buried it.
It might have burnt weeds or something.
Yeah, turned it over.
Yeah.
They all used to burn it before they were banned.
Yeah.
Let's take a picture of myself, proving it works.
Well, so far, after we completed the squared trench, we ran a 1 metre wide trench down this way for about 6 metres or so, and we found nothing straight down to the clay level. We then started to dig a metre wide trench off towards the mound itself, and the clay level just seems to rise naturally upwards. We found very little finds, but what we've just noticed is a rather prominent burn line, which would appear that at some point the whole field's been burnt off, maybe for planting shrubs or trees.
Yeah. You know, metre by metre on that one, and then what I would do is the other end down there is do a metre by metre at the other end, exactly the same, just at both opposite ends,
Yep, no problem.
To see if we get the same pattern. And then, so if it's a metre by about half a metre, you should have a result by half a metre. That's what, 18 inches max. You should have a result. So there you go. That's all you can do, innit? If you hit anything, give it a shout. And then we can fill it in.
Well, man with mini digger can.
Yeah. Well, this was just a pause so that we could see what was actually going on. And again, because you can see this clearly, and you can see that clearly, you know that there's nothing else there. If it was there, it would show up. You know, we'd be able to see it. And there isn't anything. There's no clear structure in the mound.
The only other thing is those stones in the corner, which maybe...
And you see, when this mound was built, they were probably dropped in, like that stone down there. As they were building it, they've got thrown in with all the other stuff. But I'd still leave them just stuck in the side as they are, and go from that.
Right, so
this root here might be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, have to just go under it or whatever.
Yeah, get them in with it.
We haven't got a proper...
Do you need an assistant digger? Someone to help you with the shoveling? Because I can find one. I'll get one of the couldn't manage it on even ground.
Due for going in and having it loaded up.
Oh, trout.
Alright.
Shot them when he started whispering. I thought he might have been using it himself.
Right, this trench.
Could have painted already, then.
It's already been travelled. Okay, see what's going on. But I don't want Alison on her own. So, I'll give you a small trench. You gotta be...
Tom, this is what you mentioned. This is like straight. Right, Tom, if you have to stop, big round. Oh God, that was
Trowels now.
Well,
Not to worry.
I swapped to this because when I was using falls like that,
That's alright. Okay, if you're happy using that, obviously we can't trowel things archaeologically, but you can shift soil with it. Okay. You can see patterns and things coming up in the ground, and we've got something in there, that's a tree root. So if you're just troweling away like that on the flat, what you get is this nice flat surface where you can see changes in colour. You can see what's going on. And that's the sort of surface we end up with when we're doing a finished trench. There we go, that was mainly for the benefit of that. Okay, you ready? Right, we started yesterday, we opened up 2 trenches. This is trench 1, and the far one, which doesn't appear to have anything in, is trench 2. It's now coming up to 4 o'clock on what is effectively day 2 of the dig, which is the Saturday. We've established that there's very little, apparently, in trench 2, but in trench 1 here, we seem to be coming out with quite a lot of detail. We've got a lovely group of diggers working in here, really, really well. Loads of rocks, some of them of which are too big to be there by accident. So we're investigating the areas surrounding those rocks. We're still only in the topsoil here, so we're not doing any damage to any archaeology underneath, and the rocks are too big to do any damage to. Then over on this side, this is the area where the digger had come through and crushed the ground completely. So whatever was here was already damaged. So we thought we'd take the opportunity of taking a part of this out. You can see the track coming through here where the diggers come through and destroyed a section of this trench. But you can also see on the other side there a profile, an actual side view, if you like, of the mound itself. We're hoping to get layers, we're hoping to get structures, whatever. The biggest thing that's coming out of the dig is nothing, absolutely nothing, which is really unusual. We're not even getting modern finds from anywhere on the dig. It literally just appears to be a mound of soil at this stage. We did get a line of cobbles in the corner of this one, but we think that was put in to stop the trackway from becoming boggy when the heavy vehicles were coming across and using it. So we're just going down a bit deeper in this one now to see if there's anything deeper down. By the end of today, when we break at about 7 or 8 o'clock for the barbecue, that trench should be finished, the top of that should be clean, and we'll know if there's anything in the other one. But this is only day one. We've still got another day to do the same again. Well, as I said earlier, this is the other trench, this is trench 2, the one that doesn't appear to have anything in it at all. However, this is where archaeology is critical. We might be looking at something here that is an illusion. All this appears to be clay. It all seems to be the same clay in every direction, but there's just the possibility that somebody could have come here and dumped all this clay on top of what is real archaeology. So the next step for this area is to go deeper, to put a metre by metre sondage, which is a small trench, into the area that we've already opened. That's what's happening behind me, and we'll get some idea then of what's actually below the clay. So although it looks completely barren and it looks like there's nothing here, like I say, might be an illusion. There could be more below the surface. So again, we might have an answer by the end of today. I'll just
We don't know what this is.
No. You've got no idea what it is?
Oh, a burial mound. We
you
think
it's a burial mound. You think you're digging into a burial mound?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you actually found anything in the hole yet, though? Because that's the trick with archaeology. We can only go off what we can find. Is it turning out to be clay or is it turning out to be soil?
Well, some of it's clay, but some of it's soil.
Right, because the important bit is the burial mound itself, I think, is the soil. Okay, the rest of this trench is full of nothing but clay. So if we can get down to the soily bits, we can make sense of them. You know, we can work out what they are. You never know, you might just come up with a burial or something down there. It'll be quite exciting, isn't it? Yeah.
Stirred a bejeebers out.
Actually, what it would probably look like if you find a burial, it'll be about that sort of size, like sort of plant pot size, about that deep, and it might have a stone across the top, and it'll just have burnt ash inside, and the person who's dead is the burnt ash inside. Okay, so you might find one of those if you're extremely lucky. If you do, give me a shout, because I've never found one. But you never know, it could be in there.
Get digging, Tommy.
Off you go. Take it easy, guys, take it easy. Usual story then.
I bet you didn't think you were going to be digging when you came down here today.
Well, actually, I did say I wanted to go and do a little bit of help out and so on, but the blisters think it's time to give up now.
That's what it is. Rock art.
Zara, be careful.
Oh yeah.
Very small.
It just looks hollow, doesn't it? What we used to do, you see, is bury the important piece of rock in the centre of the mound and then pile rocks up over the top. So I'm wondering if this is the